Hello folks, welcome, and join us today as we talk about Jesus' healing. And hope Jesus walked with his disciples through the streets of Jerusalem. And as they moved, they saw a man who had been blind from birth. And the disciples asked Master, who sinned this man or his parents, that he was born blind? And Jesus answered, neither this man nor his parents sinned, but that the works of God should be revealed in him. John 9, verse 1-3. This moment begins a journey of hope, a reminder that the hardest situations in life are not punishments, but platforms where the glory of God can shine brighter than our pain. Every challenge can become a testimony. Every delay can become a divine display, and every closed door can open into a new season of restoration. Jesus said, as long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. And he knelt beside the blind man, and he spat on the ground, and made clay with the saliva. And he anointed the eyes of the blind man with the clay, and said, go, wash in the pool of Siloam. John 9, verse 5-7. The man rose and walked by faith. Even though he could not see, he trusted the voice that spoke to him. And this is hope for every believer today. You may not see your miracle yet. You may not see the next step. You may be walking blindly through fear and uncertainty. But if you obey the voice of God, breakthrough will find you, healing will reach you, and restoration will lift you beyond your limitations. The man washed in the pool of Siloam and returned, seeing his eyes opened for the first time, and he looked upon the world with new vision and new possibility. And those around him were shocked, saying, is this not he who sat and begged? And others said, he is like him. And the man declared, I am he. John 9, verse 8-9. This is the power of the touch of Jesus. He transforms stories that seemed impossible. He changes situations that people have already given up on. He opens eyes that have never seen the sunrise. He gives new chapters to people the world counted out. When God lifts you, the world will question it. They will ask, how did this happen? Who helped you? What changed your life? And the man answered, a man called Jesus touched my eyes. John 9, verse 11. In every season of struggle, God is preparing a testimony so strong that others cannot deny it. Your life will not end in darkness. Your destiny will not be swallowed by limitations, and your faith is not in vain, because the same Jesus who touched the blind man is still restoring and healing today. The Pharisees questioned him again, wanting to know how his eyes were opened, and he repeated the truth. He put clay on my eyes, and I washed, and now I see. John 9, verse 15. When God does something in your life, you do not need complicated explanations. All you need is the truth of what he did. Miracles do not require approval. Breakthroughs do not need human permission, and divine transformation cannot be stopped by human doubt. The Pharisees argued, saying, this man Jesus is not from God because he healed on the Sabbath. Yet others said, how can a sinner do such miracles? John 9, verse 16, and there was division, but the miracle stood unshaken. Your miracle will not be canceled by the opinions of others. Your blessing will not be reversed by human judgment when God lifts you. No voice can bring you down. When God opens your eyes, no darkness can close them again. The blind man declared, he is a prophet. John 9, verse 17. Because when God changes your life, revelation begins to open inside your spirit. You begin to understand that Jesus is more than a name. He is more than a story. He is the living Messiah, the healer, the restorer, and the everlasting light. His parents were questioned too out of fear. They said, ask him, he is of age. John 9, verse 21. But the man stood boldly and refused to deny what Jesus had done, even when pressure rose. not be resisted. The man said, "Since the world began, it has been unheard of that anyone opened the eyes of one born blind. If this man were not from God, he could do nothing." John 9, verse 32 to 33. This is faith. This is revelation. This is conviction. Born from encounter when God touches your life. You cannot be silent when His light enters your darkness. Everything changes. They cast him out, but Jesus found him and asked, "Do you believe in the Son of God?" And the man said, "Lord, I believe," and he worshipped him. John 9, verse 35 to 38. The healing was only the beginning. The true miracle was not the sight of the eyes, but the awakening of the heart, the opening of spiritual vision, the birth of living faith. Jesus heals the body, but He also heals the soul. He restores vision, but He also restores destiny. This story teaches that no matter how dark your past, no matter how long you have struggled, no matter how impossible your situation has seemed, Jesus is still the light that breaks through every shadow. His love reaches the forgotten. His power lifts the broken. His mercy surrounds the weary, and His compassion transforms the hopeless. Hope rises when Jesus steps in. Hope shines when His voice speaks. Hope grows when we walk by faith. Even without seeing, hope becomes reality. When obedience meets divine power. You may be walking through confusion, but Jesus is your clarity. You may feel spiritually blind, but Jesus is your light. You may feel rejected, but Jesus is the one who finds you. You may feel forgotten, but He remembers your name. You may feel stuck, but He is preparing a shift, a lifting, a new dawn. Just as the man washed his eyes in Siloam, God is washing your heart with peace, washing your mind with strength, washing your path with direction, washing your future with divine favor. You will rise again. You will see again. You will dream again. You will walk in purpose again. The same Jesus who touched the blind man will touch your situation. The same Jesus who restored sight will restore your destiny. The same Jesus who brought hope will fill your life with breakthrough. Though you walk in uncertainty, God is shaping your testimony. Though you face challenges, God is preparing your miracle. Though you feel delayed, God is aligning your steps. Though you feel weak, God is strengthening your spirit. This is your season of vision restored, your season of new clarity, your season of faith rising, your season of divine lifting, your season of hope reborn. Though you were blind now, you will see. Though you were stuck, now you will rise. Though you were lost, now you will be found. Though you were broken now, you will be made whole. And Jesus, the light of the world, will guide your steps into a future full of grace, full of peace, full of purpose, and full of victory. Amen. Thank you for watching. If this video changes your life, please help subscribe, like, and share, and always remember to leave a comment.